So I don't know how, but all these small communities, somehow they're just all able to get coffee all fucking day from like 6 to 3. And even though this is a city park, some of the people that walk in here, those are the ones that are harassing us, acting like this is a private park and you don't belong here. Okay, so this is where we're at. Okay. There's been a couple nice people. I don't want to dog the town, but most of the people in this town, see, every time I come outside, I'm just hanging out. He moved his truck. His truck was a barrier, so he had two walls. He moved his truck because I was sitting in mine. See how there's another blue truck? Oh, I forgot to tell you. See, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then the 11 o'clock guy left, and then the guy I just showed you, that's the fucking, that's my 10 o'clock. That replaced the other asshole that lets his dog shit over here and they don't pick it up. But anyway, this is where we're at. This is, I think, our 4th day. Okay? So all they do in this town is hover in the area so they can follow you around, just like everywhere else. Okay? I'm a disabled individual. I'm not trying to get sympathy. The laws in this country are as such that people with disabilities are not supposed to be fucked with or discriminated against. Okay? There's 15 cars at a coffee shop across from where we're at 9:30 on a Thursday, and it was like that on a Wednesday, and it was like that on a Tuesday, and it was like that on a Monday. Now, good for them, but again, look where we're at. So you got a bunch of $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 vehicles and people coming from out of town to hassle the ones that they don't want in their park, even though it's a city park, which means it's public, paid for by taxpayer dollars. Okay? That guy right there, that house, they'll just come outside in a bright colored shirt and they're 300 pounds if they're a day, and they'll just stand there and kind of pretend to do something. That guy did it too. Okay? So this is a creepy-ass little town, man. I'm parked right by the hosts. Those are the hosts. I parked over here so people wouldn't fuck with us. They still walk right behind us, right through there, let their dog shit. You can see all the trash that doesn't get picked up. This has all been here since we got here. And there's some in the fire pits. So they'll hassle you. You have an hour to pay. So from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock is your window. They'll come over here at fucking 12:45 and bother you to pay. Some of them, not all of them. Like I said, there's a couple nice people, but for the most part, they don't do their job. They just ride around and follow you. Okay, they call their friends into this. Is everywhere in the fucking country, dude. They call their fucking friends into, oh, hey, go camp over there. We're about to leave. Can you take my spot? That's exactly what happened. That guy right there, fucking, he literally replaced the other fat dude with dogs off the leash that's obnoxious, that will make what I call arbitrary adjustments. Okay, see, just hold my door open for 5 minutes straight so I can hear what you're saying. Okay, so this is everywhere in the country, guys. See, way down there where that truck's at, that's where the boat ramp's at. And there's a ton of empty, there's 60 spots all over. Nope, right there. Or nope, right there. And then every time we come outside, he just, oh, I gotta open the door, shut the door, close the screen, open the screen, tie a rope, untie a rope. They just do a bunch of arbitrary bullshit as long as you're outside. They're always in your fucking line of sight. I've been showing it to you for fucking 5 years straight. Okay? Notice how he has a certain look to him? Okay. So those people follow us around. That means they're probably a white nationalist of some type. Okay? But that's what goes on every day. Nobody does their job. Nobody picks up the shit. Just look at this. 15 spots. Nobody picks this shit up. They let people walk back here and screw with us while we're sleeping. And then the town floods the fucking... The grocery store is that way, and they have really good prices, and it's a local grocery store. Okay? Nope. I'm going to give all our money to Conoco. So they just fucking hang out. Look, red vehicle. What did I tell you yesterday? As soon as I posted where I was at, red car, red car, red car, red car, just like that. I want you to picture every 5 minutes, red car. Normal traffic in between, red car, red vehicle, red SUV, red truck. Okay? This is everywhere in the country, guys. Who's red? Oh, like the Soviets. So we're like the USSA. We're just like fucking split Germany. Half of us are fucking morons, and the other half want what we grew up in, basically. Okay? So that's what happens to us everywhere we go. If you sit outside, they sit outside. Isn't it weird how everybody has these $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 trucks and towing an equally priced trailer behind it, but they never go to work? This is a job. Do you understand? You run around and hassle people, and they pay for your stuff ahead of time. Okay? That's the country. This is 48 states deep. I'm not flying to Hawaii or boating to Hawaii or Alaska. That's a fucking death wish and a half right now. Especially with the way Boeing planes are falling apart. But This is 48 states deep. I do my own personal investigative journalism, and I try to report to a couple of people unofficially, because this is high up. There's the guy that was harassing me yesterday right there. Okay? There's the guy that was following me to the store yesterday right behind me. Okay? There you go, guys. See that? Okay? I'm just standing back here making a video, and there he is. Okay? That's what these people do. I got a $50,000, $60,000 GMC AT4 on a lift, but I'm not at work. I'm just following you around town. So I'm in Cooley City right now. That guy right there, that's the third time he's done that blatantly. Oh, I'm sorry, the fifth, because yesterday after the story, circled us 3 times, went to the coffee shop, and then never came back. But there you go right there, guys. Okay? So that's everywhere in the country. People will literally either just don't do their jobs, or they will intentionally, and I showed you this on in Mississippi. They have all that nice green grass that they pay people from Louisiana to come in and cut. You hear what I said? I'm going to hire someone to cross state lines to cut our grass. Bullshit, okay? They'll throw... I showed you, it's on 5,000 Miles of Proof YouTube page. But they would throw pizza boxes and beer cans and beer bottles and everything. They would pay people to cross state lines to mow this whole area out in Mississippi. And within a week, because we were there, they did this. And we lived in the upscale apartments. And the guy that owned the upscale apartments literally right next to it, and he owned the land on it. And I looked that guy up, and he owns land from Hawaii to fucking Texas. And he's trying to push out a disabled veteran who's on a fixed income, who told them he's got physical injuries, and that's all they really need to know. And they put me on the 3rd floor. And then they tried to evict me on some bullshit, okay? So that's what happens around the country. That was 4 fucking summers ago. You can see it's still happening, okay? So, every time we go anywhere, we get fucking hassled. If we have privacy, these people make an adjustment so that, they can see you now. They will move their fucking vehicle like this fat turd over here did. Just because you're sitting in your truck, 5 people will take a walk to see what you're doing in your truck. I have no tints. We have no tints on the truck. The trailer is not latch doors, so if it's not closed, or if you're not in it, it's closed. There's no windows, and if you pop a door open, they'll rush over to your area. This is everywhere in the country. They are watch listing people on frivolous bullshit so they can take over. That is exactly what happens. And I saw this starting 12 years ago in the military. They'll start taking people that are quick and good at their job, and they will tell them that they're not good at their job, and they will put a corporal in charge of a sergeant, or a staff sergeant even. That's a fucking slap in the face. That's backwards. That is what Russia does. That's a psyop. I'm going to take this person that scores 90 to 100 in every event and tell them they're not good enough. That's what they're doing. Oh, it's not rude to get right next to somebody in the middle of nowhere. That's not stalking. They're just trying to tell you everything that you've ever known to be true is not true. Okay? And you can see right here, we're in this little tiny 500 population fishing community, and a couple of the slack-jawed yokels out here that just fucking fell into a good position. That's their job, is to follow you around town or come into your campground and hassle you. I mean, again, 10 o'clock, there was a guy at 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I mean, it's very blatant. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'm not saying anything bad about those people necessarily, but someone's telling people to do this. What do you think neighborhood watch groups do? What do you think all the private sector's for? What do you think they're doing? What do you think the private sector does? The private sector does all the shit that the FBI and the CIA and the DLI and all those 3- and 4-letter acronyms do. They can't do it because they'll get caught, and then they'll get fired and blah, 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 blah. So they just hand it off to somebody that doesn't have to follow much of the rules. Okay? So again, this is like, what, we got here Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. So we've been here 4 days. We haven't had peace once. We go to the store, we get followed. We come back, someone's, I got a truck just like yours, and I'm coming in as you're leaving. And then the other asshole that he's circling the area. That guy has been circling since yesterday. Okay? So you can't tell me that they're not targeting people. You can't tell me that this isn't if nothing else, this is a political civil war. If nothing else. And you can see what kind of fat idiots they send out. Oh, I'm going to park right next to you and I'm going to move my truck so I can hear and see everything you say and do. That's called spying. And when you're in a city park, that's called illegal. And when you've crossed state lines to do it, as many of these people have done, pretending to be vacationers, that's a felony offense. That's a federal offense. That's called interstate gang stalking. And then, like I said, the people that come from Canada and Mexico that I have on camera trying to hit us or just writing us doing arbitrary but annoying, socially unacceptable stuff. For all the way down in Southern California, Southern Arizona, Southern New Mexico, and Southern Texas. Eastern and Southern, or Western and Southern Texas, I'm sorry. And all the way up. Look, I went, what was it, that campground I went to. I wasn't there an hour, and some lady, and it's in a small town, 15 miles from the border, 5 or 7 miles down a dirt road in the forest. It's a National Forest Development Road. One way in, one way out. And within an hour of me being there, a lady from Alberta, Canada, in a blue car. Oh, how convenient. See? That ball wasn't there when we got here. Now it's there. What do you think that's saying? Okay, none of this shit gets picked up. We get hassled to pay 5 minutes before the timer even starts for us to go. We have an hour. None of this gets picked up. But we get hassled. We get followed to the grocery store. This is everywhere. I can't really blame the town per se, but the people in this town that are on that tip, you're fucking stupid. Otherwise, this is a nice little community. You can see we've been getting circled by, park workers. And I say that in air quotes because those are the people that are supposed to be picking this shit up. Nope, they just drive around and see what you're doing. Case in point right now. Like I'm walking over the trash they're supposed to be cleaning. For 4 days, it's all been here. See, they just drive around us. See? That's all they do in the side-by-sides. That's all they do in the trucks. That's everywhere in the country. I'm not picking on this place. Everywhere in the country is like this. I'm not going to do my job. I'm going to drive around you several fucking times, do my job a little bit, drive around you several that's what they did in Cattail Cove, all the way down and all the way down there, just south of Havasu, in between Havasu and Parker, on the river I grew up on. I grew up on that body of water. Some of my friends are now in politics out there, and we can't enjoy the place we grew up on because of the bullshit that's going on right now. Like this over here. Oh, I want to hear everything you're saying and doing. Are you retired? No. So you're a spy. They call it surveillance role playing. They call it intel collected. You're spying. They're spying. They're spying. They're spying. Okay. So again, we haven't had any peace here. People very clearly started showing up here. It filled up 10 more, 15 more people. A couple people the first day, a couple people the second day, a couple people the third day, and then last night they got people coming in. And they'll tell you too, the old man, he told me, he goes, yeah, it's going to get worse too. So little places like this will look you straight in the eye and tell you basically, look, see this idiot right here? This is, that's called gang stalking right there. Oh, I'm going to get right by you and do what you're doing. See that? See? So, we'll just keep this idiot on there. So, that's what gang stalking is right there. See? He's not at work. He's not at school. He's just right across from us trying to mimic what we're doing. So, that right there, because we're disabled, right there, that's a felony. That's not a security measure. That's called, he's a douchebag. Someone did that yesterday in an orange car. They just go over by you and fucking open their doors. Kind of like this idiot. He was blocked by his truck, but because I was sitting in my truck, I'm going to back this thing all the way up so I can see everything you're doing. Okay? So again, 4 days of this. They'll bother us to pay 5 minutes before the clock even starts for you to pay. If you go to the local grocery store, that idiot that I just showed you circling me for the 5th or 6th time, not that one, but one like that. And he's been doing it too. See? They'll follow you to the grocery store. And the lady that followed him to the grocery store, their cars matched. Oh, weird, right? Okay. This is everywhere in the country. I've been all the way up in northern Maine on a dirt road where the pavement ended. Okay? And we're on a river walk, kind of like this, but we're in the forest. And I think it was, is it Madowska or Madawaska? I don't know how to say it properly, even if I look at it. But I drove. You're just you're in Canadian territory at that point, basically. And within 15 minutes of me being there, just enjoying the little river walk, two spotlessly clean, relatively, 3 to 5 year old trucks with work racks on them, not a speck of dirt, no work being done. Oh, look, a blue car. Roll through. I mean, we're literally the end of the pavement in the last state in the northeastern part of the country. Okay, so this happens everywhere we go. I was going up what I didn't know was a closed road in Chilcoot, California. One of those places that's so high up it doesn't open up till April or May because it's snowed in the rest of the year. I was going up that road unknowingly, and a white Ford Fusion, just like that blue Ford Fusion right there, a white Ford Fusion followed me all the way up to the end of the hill, and I was driving fast. It's a twisty mountain road, and he followed me 15, 20 miles up that road, and then up at the end of the road, it was all snow banked off, and there's side-by-sides, razors and stuff with tracks on them. And that guy followed me 15, 20 miles up that closed road. So he's got a brand new car. So he's got a GPS and a tracking system. And he's following us. Well, it was just me. I don't even think I had a dog at the point. And he followed me all the way up a closed road in Northern California, in the middle of nowhere, in March or April of 2016. Okay? Just like that blue Fusion pulled in. Ford's had a contract with the 3-letter agencies for 30, 40 years. Okay, so that's a no-brainer if you're paying attention. That's like in the 80s and 90s if you saw a Caprice or a Taurus out in front of your house, or a Crown Vic. Message, that's a cop or a Fed. That's all they're doing now. Except now they'll use Hyundais and Kias and stuff too. And they get private sector to do it. So this is what we've been dealing with for 4 days. This is how we're treated everywhere. I don't know why. I don't fly Trump flags. I don't fly Kamala flags. I don't fly Hillary flags. I fly no political flags. I very clearly have a service animal in a service harness all day long, and people have stepped on her or will act like she's a threat to them, even though she's just sitting there panting with her tongue lolling out, wanting you to give her a treat. I've had people ask me if she's an attack dog. I mean, just the world is completely stupid, and they're doing it on purpose. It's not legitimate. It's not righteous. They just want to stir the pot and create chaos. Okay? You see where we're at? See how that car is spotlessly clean? That's who follows me. One person, maybe two, masked up when it was, you see some idiot masked up when they're in a car by themselves. You already know they're not thinking straight. But that's what follows me around the country. So you'll get some beaters too, but usually it's a spotlessly clean, not detailed, but like just came out of a nice high pressure wash and air dryer. The way the feds take care of their vehicles, and the cops take care of their vehicles, and the firefighters take care of their vehicles. A government program, city, county, state, federal. Okay? So I make these videos every day. I email actual reporters. Matter of fact, I think I've emailed everybody in the tri-state area, Southern California, Vegas, and Arizona, because those are the 3 states I got ripped off in first, and people were literally just acting like if I said one thing against what they were doing, they'd kick me out after a couple weeks. That's so they could get your medical information, your credit card information, or get a card in your name. They've got everything they need, and they can just use your disability against you, and that's what they did. So 2 whores up in Vegas and 1 idiot in Havasu got credit cards in my name, because they just push you around. See how that guy's still hanging out on the corner? That's the same guy. See? That's the same guy that they just have to park over by you, mimic what you're doing. And my light's on too, so that's how dumb he is. See? That's who follows me around right there. See? Guys like that. Okay? And that's what they do. He's probably not even from the area. They'll come from Spokane or Tacoma or Seattle. I'm going to guess Seattle's the big one. See? 1, 2, 3. My dog sleeps outside right there. These people will walk 3 spots over and dump trash in their dog shit, and then they'll just blame it on you. See how good she is? Look at her. She's harmless. People hassle us everywhere. We're not doing anything but what we're supposed to be doing. We're retired. We're disabled. And these people, they literally try to emotionally and physically also and financially beat on you. Okay? Everywhere you go. Look at her. See that big harness on her? When I was a kid, when I saw a dog in a harness like this, I knew that they were at work, and you don't fucking bother them or touch them. That's what these people do. Okay? See? That guy just drove in a circle. I'm going to go this way, I'm going to go that way with an empty trailer. See that? Imagine seeing that all day, every day, everywhere you go. Hey, I just saw that guy 5 minutes ago, and he didn't have any cargo then. That's what they do. They just drive around. They're not doing any work. They just get gas and coffee. See? Ford Fusion again. The hubcap thing, that's supposed to, I shit you not, I'm not joking. That's what these people are about. They will take off the right rear hubcap and the front right hubcap and leave the other two on purpose. And that's supposed to be some kind of like yin and yang. I'm not joking. I've heard them say this. They intentionally do it. That's like seeing a brand new Jeep. Oh, one of their lights out. No, it's not. That's them. That's the secret stuff. That isn't secret because it's been all over the internet for the last 30 minutes. So anyway, glad you guys got to stare at the fence and the grass. But look, this is not okay. I've been a manager many a time in several different types of jobs. This is not okay. I would lose my shit if I was the Parks and Recs guy. They'll go mow by the bathroom because they think that's where something's going on because you got here. I shit you not. This country is so fucking fucked up because someone with a service animal kicks their door open to walk their service animal. 5 people will also kick their door open to... Oh, let me point at the trash can. They don't have dogs, or maybe they do, and they'll walk straight towards you. See how there's been a nonstop flow of traffic? We're in farm area. If you look at this area on a map, there's no trees, there's no mountains. This is all different shades of green checkers. Okay? This is all farmland. This is the nicest area for a while. Fort Spokane and the other campgrounds were full, so they say, on a Sunday afternoon. Anyway. So there you go, guys. That is what happens everywhere you go. They do a ton of stuff that doesn't look like they're doing anything, but they're always outside because you're outside. They're always parked right next to you. They'll have a fucking patch of grass for their dogs to go on, but they will intentionally walk 100 yards away to let their dog shit and piss right by you and then not pick it up. Oh, look, another blue car. You guys catching on? That's why I'm walking back and forth doing this. Blue car, blue car, blue car, red car, red car, red car. Okay? Political war. They're doing illegal surveillance, and both sides do it, but the Democrats are the worst offenders, dude. They just say stuff that sounds clever that has no fucking foundation. And that's how you can tell that if anybody votes Democrat based on what those guys are saying, you're stupid. See, look at the Ford Fusion's just sitting there with its lights on, and then the red Explorer over there. Blue and red, all over the country. And they also do white, silver, and gold as the other ones. I don't know why. Okay? So that's around the country. And when you make a video, these people attack you more like you're, morons. 48 states for 61 months, just like this. Oh, are you going to the Veterans Memorial Park? So are we. 5 deep, parking right by you, even though you went all the way to the back corner. Here we come. Oh, you went all the way to the other side of the country in northern Maine? We'll be there in 30 fucking minutes. It's a job, guys, okay? That's what the private sector lies were about when I was a kid. I remember hearing about this shit. George Bush Sr. said it on the news himself. The New World Order, when it's effective, and it will be. Does this look effective? This doesn't look like order. This looks like a bunch of assholes and social credit. That's what it is. Oh, you don't think like a Democrat? Fuck you. I'm not cleaning up. I'm not treating you like a person. Oh, you don't think like a Republican? Fuck you. I'm not cleaning up. I'm not doing my job. Do. That's how it's a bunch of fucking crybaby brats. Oh, I don't want to. I shouldn't have to. You're looking at it. America will get a job where all you have to do is pick up trash and be nice to people. Nope, complete opposite. Treat you like shit, micromanage you, and leave your area fucked up. See? Look how nice and neat it is over there. As soon as we got it, oh, got to mow by the bathroom, but over here, fuck you. But the other thing they'll do is as soon as you get here, they'll mow. Not when it's empty. We're 15, look, I'm 15 spaces away from the host. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 20 spaces total, okay? They could have done this anytime they wanted. This is everywhere in the country, dude. They will trash an area because they don't like your political stance. Look, by name. Someone that worked on Fox for, what, 5 or 10 years and now has their own show off of mainstream news. You know, that was their jump start, and I'm sure they're lightly affiliated or loosely affiliated still. Politicians are trying to shut... Look, that's not ours. Okay? That's everywhere. Politicians are trying to shut that show down by name. He was, I don't know, I gotta look it up, but 5 or 10 years easy as a young man, and then he was already in entertainment as a child. And they're trying to shut him down by name. And the one guy that's, I think it's his third chair, is a former soldier. And his number 2 is very much, oh look, another Ford Fusion. Christian leaning. So I guess you'd be considered conservative or right. Okay? Notice how it's a non-stop flow of traffic? We're in the middle of nowhere, guys. Everywhere we go becomes the poppin' spot. And people get as close to us as possible so they can treat us like shit. I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And that's the country. That's why I'm still talking. Okay? So you can see that even though we're in the middle of fucking nowhere in an empty campground, people have to go, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And I'm in the last row. So they're literally facing me in a tactical manner. Is that, oh, you're just being crazy? No, those people weren't here. 2 of them followed in directly behind me, and then as those people left, then these people trickled in. It's very tactical. It's very much, you're just not paying attention, or you're on the other side. See? Just nonstop traffic. Windows down. Nonstop traffic. I have one hand up and my phone's out, and they're just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is everywhere. I've gone to the top of a 9,000-foot mountain in New Mexico. Okay? See? Gotta get out. Gotta walk around. See? Constant, nonstop. 9,000 feet high in New Mexico on a forest access road. So it's like 1.5 cars wide. And everybody out there has a 4-wheel drive and a camper. Okay? So good luck getting up that mountain safely. This happened up there. Way less people, same bullshit. Some dumb lady in a gold Subaru. Oh, I swear to God. I swear to you, it's on video. All she did the entire time until she went to sleep was every 5 minutes, open a door, slam it. Wait 3 to 5 minutes, open a door, slam it. The entire time I was there. And then I woke up and somebody looked like they had just rubbed mud all up and down the side of the truck that was parked 6 feet from the trailer, which was open. Because we're in a primitive campsite, okay? Non-stop. This is not a major highway. This is a state route. This is a 2-lane state route. We're in the center of the state, okay? There's someone circling towards us right now that isn't here to camp. See? They just drive toward you just to do that. Okay? You notice how there's just a constant cars going on my left, cars going on my right. See? Non-stop. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Non-stop. They're not here to camp. They're not here to boat. They're not here to walk a dog. They're not here to walk a trail. Look, car. This is every orange. See, I told you. That's why I stay on here so long. So you can see what I see every day. Non-stop movement, non-stop circling you. See that? What's that person doing? Just circling the park. That's everywhere. Notice how the tan truck just did that, and then before that, someone in the side-by-side did that, and then before that, someone in the golf cart did that. That's 5 people circling me because I'm outside on the phone. Okay, and I'll stop there. Notice it's constant traffic on this 2-lane state route in central Washington. The population of this town was last reported at 500 to 600 people. Do you notice how many fucking just cars in general, but also spotlessly clean, like fresh out of the car wash, like government vehicles do, and bright red and bright blue almost exclusively. Okay, it's 9:30, 10 in the morning, non-stop traffic. It was like this Sunday, it was like this Monday, it was like this Tuesday, it was like this Wednesday. We get followed around and you just saw it. Okay, or you'll see that, oh, you got a tiny trailer, we got a tiny trailer. I shit you not, dude. They'll build something out of wood and put bright orange straps on it and have like a little baby bulldozer in it or something. It's a harassment campaign. You're not a Democrat. You're not a Kamala fan. You're not a Biden fan. We don't like you. That's it. That's the country. See? Oh, look, someone else in a side-by-side coming towards us again. See? It's just a constant circling. They don't pick up any trash. All these 15 spots have been dirty since we got here and have gotten worse because people come back here. As I've shown you, as soon as we leave, they come back here and walk their dogs, trash them. I showed you. They come back here and they walk their dog. And, oh, by the way, they're not a host. They don't own the park because it's a city park. Okay? Non-stop. Non-stop. This place was almost empty when I got here. 20 people have come and about 15 have stayed. Okay, look. All day. All day. They send traffic. They have well, look, gold. See? 1, 2, 3. All SUVs. They have dispatchers that send these people out. See? Red truck. They have dispatchers. This is a job. What do you think the private sector does? I want you to do me a favor, and I'm going to get off of here and get out of your ears. Look up how many private sector security companies exist. Oh, look. See the Jeep that came by us with his windows down, got something by the gas station, went back by us again with his windows down, is now coming through here. See what I'm saying? They do everything by you. This is the long way in. That's the town over there. You go to this one road, he could have gone back this way and gone to that cafe. Nope. Got to get right by you. That sounds a little much, but that is what they do. That's why it's called a harassment campaign. That's why they get right next to you and cough really loud or say something arbitrary and out of context really loud, like, oh, I don't know, when I had a 20-year master sergeant from the Army and a 20-year captain from the Army right next to me in Lowe's in Fayetteville, North Carolina, you know, a military town, Air Force and Army. There's a dude in there just talking. Security! Yells really loud mid-sentence and then goes back down to his regular talking volume. Is that normal? Now, I have 2 witnesses that have no medical diagnosis other than physical, that are still in the military active, that saw that heard that were right there with me. Okay? That's how stupid this country is. That's how dumb we got with all this democratic fucking bullshit. With all this socialist, communist bullshit. That's what they admit it. Democratic socialism. They're trying to do to us. Check South America out. You want to live down there? Check South America out. Because the same shit that happened down there in the 90s and the 2000s, that's what's happening right here. Gee, I wonder, didn't some of the Nazis fly down to the southern tip of South America at the end of the war? Weird, guys. Weird. Do you notice how the traffic just keeps getting more and more and more? More and more traffic, but it's fucking Thursday and it's like 10 o'clock now. You know, sit your ass in. Oh, look, a blue vehicle. See? More and more traffic. Okay, guys. Look up how many private sector security groups there are. Once you see what they're really about, UPS is famous for it too. UPS, FedEx, and the Postal Office. Once you find out what they're really about, dude, it's nothing about safety. They're just bypassing the government. That's why it's dangerous. You get a bunch of people that have government experience, military experience, or both. And see, silver and silver, that's all day. See? nonstop. And they just every time one of their buddies retires, they recruit him, and you're kind of untouchable. They're still sitting out there. Nobody works. They come. That's how you know that what they're doing is a job. I'm gonna take $150,000 worth of truck and trailer and sit by this guy, never leave. Not going out to the lake, not going to the river, not going to the little bar down the road, not going to the little restaurant. Nope, we're just going to sit here and stare at this guy and scratch our heads and cough real loud and talk arbitrarily loud for no reason out of context when he kicks his door open. That's everywhere in the country. They're literally trying to make people feel crazy for not thinking the way they do. Do you fucking get it yet?